to give a warm welcome to all of you out there. As you know, my name is Renee and you're watching my Health Corner. Believe it or not, God really does care about your health. Last year, about anywhere you looked, there was sickness and disease that was on the rise. And in the United States, someone had a heart attack every 40 seconds. 1.4 million Americans were diagnosed with diabetes and 1 in 2 people got cancer. And it's estimated there would be about 1.9 million new cancer cases diagnosed, and 609,360 people died from cancer last year in the United States alone. There's also a rise in the number of strokes per year, gastrointestinal problems, arthritic conditions, lung conditions, lupus, multiple sclerosis, and a host of many other diseases. The question is why? Well, many people believe God is to blame, but is that really the case? In 3 John verse 2 in the Bible, we're told God wants us to prosper and to be in health. So if he wants us to be in health, yet disease is more rampant now than ever before, what's the problem? Well, there's laws known as natural laws, and when these laws are neglected in any way, the result is sickness and disease. And over a period of time, neglecting these laws, more severe diseases can set in, like cancer. So last time I talked about supplementation, and that was part 2. And today I'm going to be talking about the importance of eating fruit and vegetables, dealing mainly with vegetables. So anyway, let's get started. Now in the Bible in Matthew 4:4 it says, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God." And then Isaiah 52:2 says, "Eat that which is good." And the Spirit of Prophecy and Counsels on Diet and Foods, page 314, says, "Encourage the eating of fruit and vegetables and bread." And then CTBH 47.1 says, "Fruits, grains, and vegetables prepared in a simple way, free from spice and grease of all kinds, make the most healthful diet. They impart nourishment to the body and give a power of endurance and a vigor of intellect that are not produced by a stimulating diet." And then CD 322 paragraph 3 says, "The simple grains, fruits of the trees, vegetables, have all the nutritive properties necessary to make good blood." Did you hear that? We don't need meat, we don't need dairy to have all the nutritive properties that we need, because everything is in the grains, fruits, and vegetables, we're told. And now, what is a vegetable anyway? Well, vegetables normally refers to the leafy green stem, root, or even the flower stalk portion of an edible plant. It's a generic term and used interchangeably. The noun vegetable usually means an edible plant or part of a plant other than a sweet fruit or seed. This typically means the leaf, stem, or root of the plant. Some vegetables can be consumed raw, and that's something like an onion or lettuce, spinach, that type of stuff. But all the rest of the vegetables, they need to be cooked in order to get the proper nutrients and enzymes from them. And they're only to be cooked until tender. Now, I'm going to do a video on that someday, showing you all the quotes and the proof of that. Now, as in fruits and vegetables are also, vegetables are also a home for many antioxidants that firstly help our body to be protected from diseases and stress and cancers, and secondly, helps our body to develop a capacity to fight against those things by boosting up our immunity. In addition, vegetables contain soluble as well as insoluble dietary fiber known as non-starch, like cellulose, gums, mucilage, pectin, etc., that absorb excess water in the colon and retain good amounts of moisture in the fecal matter, thereby helps its easy passage out of the body. So many people are constipated, and it's because they don't drink enough water, for one thing, but that's another topic. Anyway, also can be helpful with conditions like hemorrhoids and chronic constipation and rectal fissures, etc. Now, we also need to go for our greens, like mustard greens, turnip greens, kale, collards, broccoli, spinach, those type of things. We need those things for magnesium so we stay fit and healthy. Now, one thing I want to be sure and tell you is if it has a seed in it, it's not a vegetable. Many people think tomatoes, eggplant, cucumber, bell peppers, tomatoes, avocados, squash, stuff like that, those are not vegetables. Those are fruit. If it has a seed in it, it's a fruit, not a vegetable. Also, another one I didn't think of was zucchini. So anything, neither are beans or anything that grows with a pod like peas and green beans. Now, according to the Bible, in Genesis 3:17 through 19, vegetables were not allowed in the diet until after the fall of Adam and Eve, because man would now be sweating due to the curse of the land and bringing forth thorns and thistles. And the sweating causes a major loss of electrolytes, which is like, our minerals. And so therefore, God permitted the eating of the vegetables. And these vegetables contain minerals like calcium, potassium, magnesium, which are very essential for our health. So man was made from the dirt, and it's the food that grows directly out of the dirt that we need to replace the loss of the electrolytes. Now, here's a list of vegetables. Some are sweet and some are not. Artichokes, arugula, asparagus, beet greens, beets, bok choy, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, celery, cilantro, collard greens, endive, Italian parsley, kale, mustard greens, parsley, potatoes, radishes, red leaf lettuce, rhubarb, romaine lettuce, rutabagas, spinach, sweet potatoes, Swiss chard, turnip greens, turnips, and much more. And now here's the benefit of eating vegetables. They boost your energy level, it helps to control your weight, and it helps you to look and feel great. They're high in fiber, they're low in calories, they're low in sodium. It helps lower your risk of cancer, lowers your risk of strokes, of heart disease, and high blood pressure. They're packed with antioxidants. They're packed with essential vitamins and minerals. They reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes. They reduce constipation. They reduce high blood pressure. They reduce inflammation. They reduce pain, and much, much more. Now, many people want to know, well, how many servings a day should I eat? Well, it's recommended to have a minimum of 3 to 5 servings a day, but be sure to have a variety of colors. We're also told in 2 Testimonies 63 to eat largely vegetables. Now, another thing that you can do is, I had a friend whose son hated asparagus. He would not touch it with a 10-foot pole, but she cooked it in some coconut milk and he loved it. And so Sister White does talk about cooking vegetables with milk and cream, but that was back in her day when it was safe to eat. Today, that stuff is not safe to eat, so we use coconut milk, or you can use plant-based milk. And we're also not to eat between meals, which I've talked about before, and we're not to leave vegetable waste near the house, and that's a CG 108. And then don't eat decayed vegetables is CD 309. Eat a variety is MH 299. Eat them in a simple manner, 3T 252. Eat locally grown, MH 299. Eat them without grease, 2T 67, and grease means pig fat, animal fat of any kind. Eat without spices, 2T67, and it is health deform to tell people to cook with only water, and that's CD212. And I think that's because a lot of people didn't like them that way. But I believe if you like them cooked with water until they're tender, it's okay to eat them that way. But if you prefer them with a little coconut milk or plant-based milk or something like that, that's all right too. Vegetables make good blood, CD322. They're part of the diet chosen by God for us, EV 663. Prepare them in a healthful manner, CD319, and prepare them so they're not too, when you prepare them, make sure they're not too ripe and there's no decay on them, because that's not good either. And vegetables are a builder of our body. Now, we're not supposed to eat raw vegetables, as I mentioned before, and I'm just going to read the quote. It says, in the study of hygiene, students should be taught the nutrient value of different foods. The effect of a concentrated and stimulating diet, also of foods deficient in the elements of nutrition, should be made plain. Tea and coffee, fine flour breads, pickles, coarse vegetables. Now that means hard, crunchy vegetables like carrots, potatoes, broccoli, cauliflower, etc. Continuing on with the quote, coarse vegetables, candies, condiments, and pastries fail of supplying proper nutriment. Many a student has broken down as a result of using such foods. That's Education 204, paragraph 3. Why not? Because they contain compounds that may inhibit the functions of the thyroid gland unless lightly steamed. Now, there's a book called Nutrition 101 by Deborah Rayburn, ND, Sarah Johnson, Laura Hopkins, and Karen Hopkins. Also, proper digestion does not take place when you eat these vegetables raw. The steaming of these coarse vegetables helps the necessary function of the certain enzymes in the breaking down of those coarse vegetables. And even medical science is talking about that too and backing up exactly what the prophet said. And we should never eat fruit and vegetables at the same meal. And we're told in Counsels on Diet and Foods, if we want to preserve the best health, we should avoid eating vegetables and fruit at the same meal. Have fruit at one meal and vegetables at the next. Why? Because fruits and vegetables taken at one meal produce acidity of the stomach, then impurity of the blood results. The mind is not clear because the digestion is imperfect, and that's CD 112 through 113. Also, when you mix fruit with vegetables, our blood is made impure. There's fermentation going on inside the stomach. Your digestion is imperfect. Your stomach has a lot of acidity in it. Your stomach gets distressed and the brain is confused. You can read CD 113 and 395 to learn about those things. Now, there's also some links I'm going to post below where you can learn more about vegetables. And one site is nutritionandyou.com and dummies.com. And also a video about eating fruits and vegetables. And that's going to be a YouTube link, and I will post that below too. So anyway, that's our time for today. I hope what you've learned on here will be a benefit to you and your family, and that you can share it with others and help them too. So may God bless you, and hope you have a great week and time until the next time when we meet again. Eat healthy and stay safe. God bless you.